What up, guys? Today I am on the quest for a sub $200 hi-fi system. So I'm looking for some speakers and a amplifier. So where I do the air quotes for hi-fi is because this really isn't a hi-fi system. One of these TDA based amps really isn't going to crank out the low end or that full bandwidth that you would get out of a proper amplifier. Either something that uses tubes or MOSFETs or something like that. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to call this a hi-fi system. So let's continue. So first off, what we're looking at is a pair of the Polk Signature S15 speakers and a Fosi mini 50 watt by 2 amp. So it also has Bluetooth, which is like definitely a bonus. Join me in the car as I go pick up these two items. I think there's a total of 50 miles of driving total. I'm also going to perform a few other errands on this trip, so it all kind of makes sense somehow, some way. So it is pickup time for the amp. That's only about 5 miles from the house, which is nice. So I was able to beat him up on price pretty good to 35 bucks. So I'm really curious to see how this will actually sound. My biggest concern would be the low end extension and the power supply for the amp, that it's getting enough amperage and that the capacitors are, solid enough to continue moving that mid-bass woofer. So I'm gonna go grab this thing, and then it is off to Farmington, which is like 10-15 miles, to then go get the speakers. All right, so here's what we're working with. It's a Fosi. I don't know anything about this company, but for 35 bucks, I'm really curious to see how this works. So here we go, the little thing itself. I think it's tiny. Yeah, basically it appears to be more or less like new. Just the box is beat. So you got the amp, power adapter, and then somewhere in here, the Bluetooth antenna. All right, let's go get the speakers and throw this stuff together. All right, pretty close to the meet location for the speakers. So I just put in some fuel at a gas station in Farmington, and the diesel nozzle, unfortunately the auto stop did not work. So that moves the tree count to 12. Don't worry, wasn't that big of a mess because I was still pretty close to it, but probably close to a gallon. So that's really unfortunate. So the tree count's at 12. I'm about 3 minutes away from the meetup location, and then let's bring these things home, plug them in, hear how they sound, and tally up this total. Pardon the mess. Speakers have been retrieved. The gentleman was real nice, which is good. He offered if I wanted like a preamp and some other stuff too. I don't have a turntable at this point, so I declined. So I'm a little bit away from home. I'll get there, plug all this in, and hopefully everything bumps pretty good. Okay, so I am back home. These are in the basement in a horrible location, but that's okay. So I had some other stands. I pulled my other speakers off of just to throw these on. So I'm gonna go pair to this amp and let's see how they sound. All right, so we got some no copyright sounds coming up here on YouTube. Links will be in the description. So for just two little 5.5 inch, or I think 5.25 inch drivers, these things actually output a lot of sound. So these are the Polk Signature S15s. So they have some proprietary bass port thing at the back, which is kind of cool, which definitely does make a difference. I have their S20s, and those things absolutely crank. So all in all, you know, for under 150 bucks, this is I'd say a fairly decent intro to hi-fi kind of setup. So this is going to be gifted to one of my subscribers. And yeah, it's just, you know, something simple, you know, small little amp. Obviously playing music off YouTube is not by any means like good bit rate, but you know, for the demonstration of this video, this is fine. So thanks for watching, and y'all should like definitely try to get into hi-fi if it's something, you know, you're interested in. Obviously, you know, this is entry level, but you know, make a great gift for somebody. And you know, as you go and improve, and your ear can listen to a little bit more depth, you know, you can change your amplifier, and then speakers, and then room. So for an entry, you definitely can get into hi-fi for, I'd say, under $200 very comfortably. So cruise your local Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, and you know, definitely there's some good deals out there. So jump on those before they take off. All right, thanks for watching.